Let's hope it works. Half the time it does, half the time it doesn't. And let's hope tonight that it does. For all of you that are checking in, and I see people flooding in right now, right after about 5 minutes after the hour. My name is Kerry Miller, and I'm here, and I do the Wednesday night trainings every single Wednesday night. I wasn't here last Wednesday night. Loosen up behind the keyboard. I hear you, brother. And it's good to see everyone, and it's good to be a part of the Wednesday night trainings. And tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We have not done this in a while. It's going to be kind of an open forum. You're going to ask questions, and I'm going to go in and show you. And we're just going to have a good time going back and forth. If it lasts 30 minutes, it lasts 30 minutes. If it lasts 45, it lasts 45. It's kind of up to you guys, and we'll see how everything works out here. And but I look forward to it, and it's always a good time because we always get some great questions. Now, this is what I want you to do. When you ask your questions tonight, I want you to remember your questions, and I want you to email me those questions at Kerry, write this down, Kerry at instantappwizard.com, Kerry, Kerry, at instantappwizard.com. The reason I want you to do that is some of the questions we're going to get are going to be questions like, how come we can't do this in the platform, or how come we can't do that? And I'm going to take all those questions like that, and I'm going to sit down with the guys, and we're going to look at it and see, this is how we make a decision on what's put in the platform and what's not. Number one is it's something that everybody can use and make money with. If only one person wants it, it doesn't pay us to spend $1,000 to write the program for that. So you need to understand that, you know, everybody wants something great. And you heard Roger Pinedo on here just a couple of weeks ago. He doesn't add anything. He doesn't go out and find code and try to rewrite the script and try to rewrite the program and all that crap. Okay, he goes out and sells basic apps every single day, and he's got a six-figure a year income rolling in. So, you know, if you feel like you got to go out and reinvent the wheel, then you're probably going to run into a wall somewhere. So, we need to make sure that you stay on track, and that's one thing we try to do on Wednesday night training. So it's great to be here. Secondly, if you have not joined our Facebook page, I'm sorry, YouTube, go to youtube.com/instantappwizard/instantappwizard. Matter of fact, that's what I was going to show over here on the other side real quick. Let me flip the screens here. I'm working with a new computer tonight. My computer crashed on me, and I've got 3 computers sitting on my desk, and I can't get none of them to set up like I wanted to. But here's our YouTube channel, okay? And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos. Now, I had somebody send me a question the other day. Let me go ahead and just cover this real quick. Somebody said, why don't you start off with just basic training and start over? Well, let me answer that. Why don't you join the YouTube channel and go all the way back to our first videos here, okay, and watch a video again. What a great way to learn, okay, is go back, and you can see they go all the way back. I mean, there's everything you can think of in here. There's a couple of hundred now. I've done over 200 training videos. So all the way back to February 6th, 2012, Master Web App Setup Tutorial. I mean, there's everything you can think of in here. Join our YouTube channel. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, then you're missing out. You know, you're missing out on training that we've already done. And sometimes I go back and do a training because people ask for it, and we get enough interest in it that I'll go back and do it. But the best thing to do is go back in and join the YouTube channel. There's also, you can see right here, there's 73 weeks of training. I've only missed 2 or 3 weeks in the entire 2.5 years I've been doing this. So there's 73 weeks of training. You can go back here, week 1 plan overview, training client business plan overview, Foursquare, all the way back, okay? So join that YouTube channel, and also these training videos are right here. I'm showing you this for a reason. Go into support and help, training videos, and weekly sales training. Okay, how to market with texting. QR code training. Tons of QR code training videos. Okay? Photoshop tutorials, Instant App Wizard tutorials. All right? All these videos have been done. Website redirect code. There's a video for it, and I bet I get asked that question 50 times. Okay? So here's all your training right here under support and help, training videos, everything you need. All right? Also, join our Facebook page at facebook.com/Instant App Wizard. Let me switch the screen back over. I do not like this setup, and I will change this next week. Okay? Weekly text reminder, if you will text app call to 904-548-3411, you'll get a text message every single week. Matter of fact, I'm just looking, and I did get mine. And also, I get this question a lot. Carrie, what's the link to sign up for training? It's instantappwizard.com/training. That never changes. Okay? Our Facebook group, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, and I know many are part of my Facebook group. Can everybody hear me? I got one person saying they can't. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm showing I'm going out on this end. Fine. Yes, everybody says they can hear me fine. So, Rico, I think you got a little problem there. Facebook.com/groups/Instant App Wizard. Okay? /Instant App Wizard. And that's a great place to be if you're not a part of those groups. Tonight we're going to do Ask Any Question, and I'm going to do something real quick here. Let me pull this up. Let me log out. I'm going to get right into the business card thing here real quick, and I know Roger will not mind me showing you this. Let me see here. Because he is just that kind of guy. Let me flip my screen over. Somebody has already asked a question. That's the reason I'm going here. Okay, everything I'm fixing to show you is a business card app. Now, I'm fixing to show you these for a reason. If you're going to sell an app, go sell an app. If you're going to sell a business card, sell a business card. A business card is simply a very stripped down app. And I'm going to show you my favorite one. Hang on just one second. These are all great apps. This one right here. The reason I like it so much is because it looks so good. But this is a basic business card app. Can everybody see that app fine? Now, they do have one small thing in here. They added products and services, and it's very simple. They just put in here what they do. Kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, closets, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And that didn't take 2 seconds to do. But contact us, join our list, directions. That's it. That's it. Yeah, Michael, Michael says, can we add a text box? That is in the process of being done. I'm just not sure when it's going to be done. If you guys will continue to put those requests in the Facebook page, Mark goes in there every day, and the more of those he sees, the quicker it gets done. Okay, the quicker it gets done. But I don't remember who asked me about the business card, but this is just how simple it is. Matter of fact, most of them don't get the products and services. Matter of fact, none of them get the products and services. It's contact us, join our list, directions, and these two buttons automatically generate your click to call, your email, and your share button. Okay? Now let me show you this real quick. I get this a lot. How do I get these buttons to come up right here, and how do I take them off right here? Well, first off, you got to go to General Settings. Okay, you got to go to Theme, and Call Bar has to be enabled. That has to be enabled. You also have to make sure you put your click-to-call phone number here and your email address here. Okay, click-to-call number here, email address here. This is what generates that. Okay? When you go in there, you do not want those two buttons to show up down on the toolbars, all you have to do is come in here, you go edit, and click to call out, save. Same thing with email. Just take it out, save it, and the buttons will go away. You still have the ability to put the buttons back in, but the buttons will go away. All you got to do is erase the text. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Any questions on these little simple business card apps? Dude, don't even talk about iOS 8. Hell, iOS 7 ain't even perfected yet. They got that so screwed up it ain't even funny. You can't take any steps to avoid what happened in iOS 7 because that was all iOS 7. That had nothing to do with Instant App Wizard or HTML5 or anything else. That is all iOS 7, and it was all over the internet, and there's nothing you can do about that. Until they figure out their own bugs, you're screwed. And why anybody would update, I still run iOS 5 on one of my platforms, so if that tells you anything. Can you add a link to a video or autoresponder form? You can add any link you want in custom content. Go to custom content, link to page. Okay, right here. If you want to add a video, you can do it right there. The best way to add a video is using the code. Hang on just one second. But you can add a video right here. Now, let's say it's a video that isn't a YouTube video or something like that. Maybe it's a Vimeo video and you can't get the code, you can't get the iframe to work or something. But let me show you real quick how to do a video. Hang on just one second. Let me get rid of this completely. Let me come over here. Let me just take any video. Is my screen showing there? When you add a video, let me get out of this account. This isn't my account. This isn't my account. Roger probably wouldn't appreciate me adding videos to his apps. Let me sign back into my training account. Now I'm just going to whip through these. So if you got a question, you need to stop me. Okay, we're going to come over here and we're going to get this code right here. We're going to go share. Does everybody see that? Click on the share button. Click on the embed button. And we're going to take this off, show suggested videos, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to change this right here, custom size. And I'm going to say 400 by 225. Okay? I'm going to take that. I'm going to copy that iframe code. Does everybody follow me so far? Am I going too fast? 400 is probably too wide. Let me change that to 325. Okay? I'm going to copy this iframe code. Does everybody follow me so far? Everybody follow me so far? Say yes. I've showed this like 1,000 times. I want to make sure everybody follows this right here. Okay? We're going to copy that code. We're going to come over here, and I'm going to go at this Jennifer Rainey app. This is just a training app. Okay? I'm going to go into edit content. I'm going to go to custom content. I'm going to go to view. New custom content. Now watch what I'm fixing to do. This is the #1 mistake everybody makes. The first thing they do is they paste that iframe code right here in this box. The iframe code is HTML. Okay? you have to put it in the HTML box. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Let me blow this up. You got to click on the HTML box. Edit HTML source. Then we're going to paste that in there, okay? And we're going to save it. We're going to center the box, add now. Let me put a title in there. Video 11111. Whatever you want it to be. We're going to come up here. We're going to go to preview. Oh, okay. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about all that stuff there. Video 11111. And it's going to be sized down just a little bit. That was at 325. Probably about 300 is about right. But there's your video. Okay? Start it up and it'll work. Very simple to do. Very, very, very simple to do. Okay? Any questions on putting the video in there? I want everybody to write this down. On March the 19th, 2014 at 8:20, I showed you how to put a video in there, and that way you can go and look at this video numerous times and go right to it. Any questions on the video at all? And you can do this with any video, Vimeo. You can do it with any of them. You just have to put the iframe in there correctly. Now, many of you know, and I'm not going to go through the codes tonight, but you can go online and you can find all the codes to get rid of toolbars, title bars, everything you want to get rid of in YouTube. There's just small snippets of code that you have to go in and rewrite. Okay? How do you get that app to download to the customer? You just show them how to put it on their phone. It's an HTML5 app, and all you do is you go to whatever platform they're using, open up their browser, and up on the right-hand side there's a little thing that you can download it, and or you can push, if it's like an Android phone. iPhone's real easy. All you do is touch one button, and it automatically puts the icon on your phone for you. Android's a little different. There is a little, I call it a flag. I'm not sure what it is. It's on the bottom left-hand side of the phone. All you do is touch that, and it says, well, let me get into the let me get into an app real quick. And you just go to Add Bookmark, and it'll put it on there for you. Or you can share it. You can do anything with it. But all you do is bookmark it on the phone. Now, let me tell you, some phones will do the icons. Some phones won't. It all depends on the phone. I can tell you, the cheaper the phone, the less likely it is to put the icon on there. Any questions? My Android says add to home screen. It adds the icon on my Galaxy S4. Yeah, mine does too. Add to home screen, and it pops the icon right on there. The S3 didn't for a long time, and then they did an upgrade to the S3, and then the S3 would start taking. This is what everybody needs to understand. That the apps that we built are made with HTML5. Okay, that's the fastest growing app out there. Why is it? Because it doesn't take up space on the phones. Native apps take up megabytes on your phone, and the cheaper the phone, the less megabytes you have, and the less likely you are to keep that app. The great thing about a mobile app, mobile web app, is it doesn't take up any space. If that icon is, what, 500 kilobytes or whatever, that's how much space it takes up on your phone. Okay? People delete apps for the very specific reason it takes up so much space on the phone. Okay? That's the reason they do it. All right? The very reason they do it. Okay? So remember that. When you're selling these apps, a lot of people say, well, I want a native app. Okay, give me $3,500 and we will start developing it, and every single thing that you do to it is about another $1,000. Okay? So if they want a native app that bad, please sell them a native app and find you someone that develops native apps, and you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of that person. There's a company, and I cannot remember the name of it. I just wanted to see what they charge for a native app. Just for the framework was $3,500 for each button. And when I mean each button, let me show you what I mean each button. I nearly dropped my teeth, man. I mean, I was like, I'm in the wrong business right now. I need to learn how to develop those. I don't want to learn how to develop them. But this button right here, $1,500. This button right here, $1,500. This button, $1,500, all the way down. Every single button. And some of you guys like to put as many buttons as I've got on this demo app right here. Okay, so imagine what that would cost your client. There's 3, 6, 9, 12. There's $12,000 just in buttons from here down. And they don't blink an eye. And this guy told me he had a 6-month waiting list to even think about developing the app. 6-month waiting list. So, you know, if your client wants to spend that kind of money, by all means, develop them a native app and find you a programmer that can do that. Okay, these are not native apps. These are mobile web apps. They're basically mobile websites, okay, that act as a native app. Any other questions on that? Did I beat that horse to death? Hey, you like that logo right there? That's bad, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. And it works on any phone with a browser. That's a very good point. You think about it. If someone only here's the other thing. You can go out and develop native apps all day long. You develop a iOS app, and you spend XYZ money. You develop an Android app, and you spend XYZ money. So which platform do you want to use? What's the fastest growing platform right now? Android. Okay? And as long as somebody's talking about that iOS 8 coming out, as long as Apple keeps doing what they're doing every time they bring a phone out, shoot. Yeah, it was. It was. It sure was. I never could get it to really work right, but that's exactly what you put on there. It won't be long. We're going to have a built-in image slider with clickable images that you can link to other apps. That's coming very, very quickly. But yeah, that is that slider that you put in there, Kenny. Absolutely. Anytime you guys put something in the Facebook group, the first thing I do is go test it. That's the first thing I do. And because let me tell you what happens. All code is not created equal. You guys go out and find this code and you put it in there. Next thing you know, it freezes up every single app in your system because the code is marred. There's something wrong with it. So you have to really, 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 really be careful. I don't know, George. I don't know if I don't have the answer to that. He's wanting to know when we're going to be able to upload to the Android store again. They make so many changes to that every single week that it's hard to keep up with it and allow the platforms to work simultaneously together. And that's what we were running into. And that's a lot of problem. It's a lot of problem for your customers too. The simpler you keep this, the easier you keep this for your clients. You teach them how to market it correctly, and we've gone over that a million times. Market it with your QR codes and your table tents and that kind of thing, okay, and have to show people how to download it. If your clients do not know how to put that icon on their phone, shame on you. Shame on you. You ought to be kicked because you didn't show them how to do it. And guess what? If they don't know how to do that, they cannot show their customers. We just talked about the icon. Some phones don't use the icon, but it puts the name on there. You know, yeah, and then they can cancel their service. So, guys, training your clients is everything. If you're not spending time with your clients, I was listening to Roger Pineda the other day. I don't think he butt dialed me, but he butt dialed me. And after he butt dialed me, he was actually giving a presentation to his clients. And you could tell he had several of the people standing around him. He was showing every single one of them how to put that icon on their phone. And then he walked them through it and showed them what every single button did. And he didn't know he was doing that, but I sat there and listened to him. The mobile kiosk. Guys, this is already a mobile kiosk. Let me show you something real quick. What you want to do is take the Join Us form. I don't even know if join our list. Okay, right there. Join our list. Let me show you how to do this real quick. I'm going to turn this into a mobile kiosk right now. And you take your iPad. Let me take all this crap off. Let's see here. I'm going to take all this off and I'll never remember what it is, which doesn't matter. I need to clean it all off anyway. So everybody see what I'm doing? I'm taking every single thing off of here. I'm just going to turn this into a mobile kiosk right now. Someone had a great idea in the form in the Facebook page, and I took note of that, where it say you got different forms on there where you can literally set up your what am I thinking about here? Your keywords, your text keywords for different things on your apps. And this would be one of them, okay? You would be able to take this right here and set it up, okay? But here's your mobile kiosk right here. Ready? There it is. Join our list. You want to come over here. Let me disable this real quick. You want to disable this. Remember I said go into themes, go to disable. That takes that call bar off of there. Now all you got to do is put this on a notepad or an iPad or anything like that. Sure, man. I cannot remember the site. We showed the site last week or week before last. Okay. There you go. There's your, and all you got, what I would do is I would make sure that bad boy stays open. Okay. And they just come in here and sign up. Put their information in here. Click I agree. Sign up now. And have your person just take it back. And the next person does it. When you're doing those mobile kiosks, you need to train those people. How would a business use a mobile kiosk? I would have that iPad sitting right there by my POS system, point of sale system, and everybody that walked up, I would say, would you like to be a part of our weekly specials? Okay. Would you like to be a part of, loyalty program? You could do loyalty program the same way, okay? You could do any of those that same way. You could set this up and they could do that right there at the POS, the point of sale system. You would have your iPad sitting there. You'd have it on a nice little stand or whatever, and you can get those at Staples or something like that for about $25. Okay, you put it on there. Now, I would make sure that somehow I chained that down. I would tell them to chain that down, okay, and make sure that they understand that sucker can walk off. But you set up the little kiosk, and they just sit up there and sign up all day long. Let me tell you why they're going to do that. Because you've got somebody telling them to, and they don't have to pull out their phone. Great way to build a list very, very quickly. Okay? Very, very quickly. So, yeah, and the same thing. That's a good idea, Kenny. That way the loyalty program, the cashier would turn the tablet around to enter the passcode. Absolutely. Yep, you could do the same thing. I had a restaurant that did that. They walked around with an iPad and they signed people up. You know, that's how they did it. But that's a kiosk right there, guys. Put that on a notepad and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Great, great, great upsell. And I'm not sure if anybody remembers the site I went to a couple of weeks ago, but you can get those tablets for $59 or 7 or 8 inch tablets. Yep, no more, no, NOMORERACK.com. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about, Dan, is be able to separate the keywords out, and that's what we're looking at right now, how to do that. That way you can use the same kiosk. Let's say you got tennis shoes on sale and you want to put the keyword tennis shoe in there, or you got cold beer for sale and you want to put cold beer in there. That way you can do any one of them, and it will absolutely send that to that specific keyword. And that's what we're looking at doing. Somebody put that in the group, and yeah, radio button or a drop down, either one. Either one. Any questions on the kiosk? Any questions at all? That's how simple that is to do. It looks real good on your iPad or a notepad or whatever you're using. It is N-O, let me hang on a second. We've had 500 things pass by since then. N-O-M-O, let me see if I can copy and paste this. I don't think I can. Maybe I did. Ooh, I did not. Yeah, NOMORERACK.com. Everybody must know it because 15,000 people just posted it in there. No more, yeah, nomoreRack.com. NomoreRack.com. And you can get those for $59 all day long, every single day. And you can turn around and set up that whole system and sell it to them for about $400 with their own little $59 tablet. Okay? All right, next question. And thanks for the questions, guys. Those were all great. Those were all great. Put that in as a suggestion, Kenny, a dollar amount of purchase-based loyalty program. We're getting ready to update the loyalty program and the, what is the other things? The coupons. I personally don't use our coupon program, but a lot of people do. I do not like the scratch-offs. There is a couple of phones out there, and I don't care what you do. We've got the code in and everything correctly. The scratch-offs do not work. And if there's one phone that it will not work on, I do not want to take that chance. So what I do is I develop coupons myself, and I put them in there as static, and they work great. They work great. Okay? Next question. Yeah, the chance of somebody erasing their cookies on their phone is slim to none. They can't even erase their cookies on their computer. But some people do. You know, some people do. Yeah, you could do digital gift certificates. You sure could. Email it out to them. When they sign up, it emails it out to them. Maybe Jim wants to send a digital gift certificate. All it is a coupon. You have to build it out, okay? Or you can go in and put it under custom content and email that link out. Yep. Guys, custom content is probably the best thing that's in this system. You can absolutely do anything with custom content. Anything. New custom content, boy, you can put HTML, you can do anything with this sucker. Upload your photos, upload your gift certificates, the whole 9 yards. Next question. Any potential problems if two people are logged into an app? I don't understand what you're asking. If two people are logged into an app at the same, you mean if two people have the app on their phone at the same time? It's like, oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Reseller and salespeople, nope. Yep. Yeah, you can edit at the same time. Now, let me tell you what happens, and I've done this where I have someone call me and they say, could you help me with this? And I go in and change it, and they go in and change it, and I'm in there changing it, and we save it, and guess what? It's the last saved thing, so you can really screw things up bad. You can go in and edit at the same time. I could be in Roger Pineda's at the same time, and he's editing. We're both editing at the same time. I've never added RSS feeds. If anybody knows how to add RSS feeds, I would not put an RSS feed in my app, but that's just me. I know you would go to custom content, and I don't know what the code is. Is the code for RSS, is it just simple base code? Does anybody know? I can look it up real quick. Code a website feed right here. Code the control statements for the RSS feed. And I'm not going to sit here and, I mean, you guys can go ahead and read this if you want. If you want to learn to write code and do code, here it is right here. Code the channel, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, that's a good point, Spence. I mean, if you're not in there making constant updates to the blog, or if whatever feed you're using isn't making constant updates, it's a crock of crap, you know. I mean, to use RSS feeds, especially if you're using yours, you know. How do you copy Firefox? Just like this right here. Matter of fact, let me pull up something here. Okay, I highlight this, I go Control C. All right, let me tab down, I go Control V. I've tried 100 times to enable the cut and paste, and I know exactly what you're talking about right here where it says copy, and you go copy, and it says copy and paste is not available in Mozilla Firefox. Do you want more information? Just use Control C and Control V. Yeah, crock, oh crap, yeah. Best way to do it, Control C, Control V. Takes 2 seconds. Actually, it's much faster, you know, once you get it down. Much faster. Much faster. Next question. Next question. I'm not going to talk about changes. If I do and we don't make them, then people complain. So I'm not going to talk about changes, but I can tell you there's some good changes coming. It can. You've got to come in here and right here is where it says mobile app title and description. There's a SEO box right here. Put your keywords and everything there. Now let me tell you about SEO. Okay, let's talk about SEO for a minute. You get out there and you go to Dallas, Texas, and you say, okay, I'm going to put you on the front page of Google in Dallas, Texas for the steak restaurant. The chances of you doing that are about slim and absolutely none. Because there's a restaurant somewhere in Dallas, Texas that's probably paying somebody, you know, several $1,000s a month to keep them on the front page. Okay? Yes, charge a setup fee. $199 setup, $49.99 setup, and then a monthly or just to charge an annual fee. But let's get back to SEO real quick. You can go in SEO these businesses in these small towns and get it to pop all day long. Same thing with YouTube videos. This works exactly the same way as a YouTube video right here. This little thing right here. Okay, we developed this after YouTube, exactly the way they do theirs. All right, and you put the right keywords in there in the town that it's in, and you'll get it to pop. You go to Dallas, Texas, and expect Joe's Steakhouse to be #1 on Google. The chances of that are slim and none. Now, if you want to spend thousands of dollars for SEO, they can do it. Okay? Can you do reoccurring events? It's a good question. Let's see. Start date and time, start date, stop time, end date, end time. I guess you could go in and change the date each time, and or you would just duplicate that right here. See where it says duplicate? I can sit there and duplicate that all day long. And then go in there and just change the time on it, change the date on it. Can we disable the time? No, you can change the time. You can't disable the time. No, the 5 second, matter of fact, the 5 minutes is set in stone. That may be something we need to look at. Hey, would you put that in writing for me, Kenny? That's a good idea. Remember what I said at the beginning. If everybody will take this and email this to Carrie, email your questions to Carrie at instantappwizard.com, Kerry at instantappwizard.com. I'm going to compile all these, and we're going to have a meeting after tonight's training. So, next question. Next question at all. Anybody? Thinking, I thought I smelled smoke. No, not that I know of. Has anybody tried doing a Google Hangout in an app? I don't know why it wouldn't work. I've not tried it personally. But there's no reason you could not iframe that in there and that work, I wouldn't think. I mean, I could be totally wrong. Somebody test market that. See if you can do a hangout in an app. That would be a hot item to sell to internet marketers. 37 pounds, Kenny. 37 pounds. Yep. Yeah, the connection speed could be a problem. I mean, most everything is 4G now, so you really don't have a problem. It's when you get into some of the slower 3G areas that you have a problem, and there's still some of those out there. My area just went 4G. So, I mean, just a few months ago, we had 3G. But with 4G coming out, it's pretty, and a lot of people have Wi-Fi on their phones, built-in Wi-Fi. So, but, you know, and people know that up front. I mean, they know if they can watch videos on their phone. Most people, the only reason they buy a phone is because it's the best camera out there. But somebody test that Hangout thing and let me know next Wednesday how the Google Hangouts worked on the app. It's a pretty good idea. Real good idea. Next question. Yeah, exactly what you said. Various ways people are packaging and selling the app. Yeah, you could have a kiosk. You could have a kiosk and an app. You could have a business card. The reputation management, sell it individually. Sell the marketing platform individually. You could sell the loyalty reports program individually. You could sell the everything individually. You know, you didn't miss anything. Guys, how you package this is up to you. I would sell reputation management by itself. I would never put reputation management on an app. I'll go ahead and say this, and you can say I said it, but if you don't, but don't take it the wrong way. If you put reputation management on their app as a button, that's the dumbest thing you can do, because you just took money out of your pocket and gave them something for free. The dumbest thing you can do. I think I may have that reputation management app in here. I'm not sure. Do not. Yeah, this app right here. And I'll tell you, and I love the comments people put on. People say, I mean, you would be amazed at the people that use this app right here for reputation management. There was about 97%. Everybody said it was great. And I had a couple of people that said it was the dumbest thing they ever seen, and that's because they're probably not smart enough to sell it. But I'm just kidding if you were the ones that sent that in. But I'm not kidding if you're not the one that sent it in. But I mean, this is a gold mine right here, folks. This Rate Us app, this reputation app, is an absolute gold mine. And don't use all the other crap that goes with it. And let me show you that while we're on that subject. When I talk about that, I'm talking about the Foursquare and the Google Places. Don't sell that stuff. Sell this as an in-house system, okay? You can put whatever button you want on there. I'm just saying sell it as a standalone. Sell it as a standalone. And you can make a lot. After that training, we got people that started doing that, and guess what? They're making money, and everybody else is sitting back saying, "Oh, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard of." I have GeoCoupon Commander. I was actually a beta tester for GeoCoupon Commander. No, I don't use it personally, but I'm very familiar with it. It was a little bit too of course, when I was beta testing it, it didn't work quite very well. I'm not sure how it works now, but I've got it. Yeah, you can do that, but the customer can leave a comment anyway inside the app. When they come in here and rate us, and they give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, they have a chance to put the comment right here. Oops, didn't want to do that. Yeah, they put the comment. Yeah, they put the comment inside, and trust me, they do. That's where the people put the comment that this was the dumbest thing they ever seen. I never said everything I show you you're going to like, but yeah, well, and that's the whole, let me tell you a thing about reputation management. You see these people, this is what people sell for reputation management. They sell the fact that everybody gets out there and they don't like they broke up with their girlfriend, and yeah, no sugarcoating. They break up with their girlfriend, and they go out, and she worked at the Dairy Queen, and they say, screw them, and we're going to go in there and put those comments in the Dairy Queen every night, and their bad comments and all that crap. The great thing about doing this in-house is, number one, they get the information immediately. They don't have to go log into anything. It goes directly to their text or directly to their email. Secondly, you can keep this system completely in-house, because what happens is if they've got the QR code sitting on the table, okay, they're going to scan that QR code, okay? Or you walk around with your Kiosk tablet for $59, okay, and they say, hey, would you like to rate us today? Sure, I would. And you give it to them. You let them rate you right then, okay? Because remember, you can set this up by doing it however you want to. Notification settings, okay? Rate on the web app, yes. Enable rating, no. Yes, once every 24 hours or anytime. If you set that to anytime, you can go to every single table and they can sit there and rate, okay? And we did that for that very specific reason, because we had some restaurants that wanted to do that, and so we put anytime in there. And if you put it on every 24, okay, that means somebody can't sit there at the table on their phone and do it. But if you're only using Kiosk, and how that works is it goes off of their phone. On their phone, they can only do it every 24 hours. But if you're using a Kiosk, you want to do it anytime. I failed Spanish 4 years in a row, but I'll say comprende, and I think y'all know what that means. Comprende. This is an excellent tool to sell. If you're not selling it, you should be. Plus, that's a pretty good looking app, isn't it? I actually built that in about 15 seconds. Si yo comprendo. Next question. I'm going to take one more question. One more question. Anybody? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Does everybody know where the QR codes are? I know everybody sees this QR code right here. But you'll be amazed at the people say, where do I get my QR codes at? Right here where it says extras, QR codes. Click on this, and it downloads, save file. Okay. And I save my file. You go up here to Tools, Options, and go into, hang on just a second, it always takes me a second to find it. Okay, right here, under General tab, it says Save Files to Downloads or Always Ask Where. Okay, me personally, because I save all my files with the customer's files, if you will change this, okay, if you notice a while ago you didn't see anything pop up. Or I can save files and I can browse and put them in. But if you always ask, okay, say, okay, this is under the General tab under Options, okay? Now watch this. When that pops up, it's going to ask me where I want to save it, okay? And I say, okay, I want to save it to my desktop, all right? And I save it to my desktop, and bam. Or I want to save it in my file. Okay. Yeah, QRstuff.com. Matter of fact, it's in our system here. We recommend using QRstuff.com. You can absolutely make a QR code for every single button. If you're not teaching your people to market with QR codes, you're missing the boat. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's what drives people to those apps, is those QR codes. Every phone comes with a QR code reader now. Now Android 4's got one, and I do not like it. It's called hang on a second. It's called Optical Reader, and it's the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen. But I went and downloaded the Android QR code reader, and it works great. Yeah, the sign maker, very, very handy. Very, very handy. Very, very, very handy. Now me, I use Fireworks. I've used Adobe Fireworks for, gosh, man, since 2000, I think. and when it first came out. It's the web version of Photoshop, and I use it for everything. I make flyers with it. I do everything with it. It's just like this logo right here. I did this logo in Photoshop. This whole logo in Photoshop. Not Photoshop, Fireworks. I'm sorry. Yeah, Fireworks, man. Yeah, it's, hang on, I'll show you. I don't think I got it on the computer. Let me see. I don't ever use this computer. I don't think I have it on here. But it is, just go to Adobe and look up Fireworks. Adobe Fireworks, just like it sounds. Fireworks, like fireworks. It's a great program. Cost, gosh, man, a couple of $300, I think, maybe $99. I can't remember. $200. It's not expensive at all, and it's a great. I mean, you can do anything with it, and I do. $49 a month. No, I bought mine one time. I don't pay monthly for it. One time, whatever it cost me, $300 or $400. Yeah, we go to Fiverr. I mean, I personally ain't going to Fiverr and getting. I can make a. I think it took me maybe. If it took me more than 10 minutes to make that logo right there, I was probably having an off night. But this right here is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different logos. Layered. This is all layered, and I just do what I do. But I've been using that program for 14 years, 15 years. Can you hot link an image? Yes. Go to custom content. I don't have any images in this computer, I don't think. Anyway, if you put it, let me see if I have one. Pictures maybe? Oh, yeah. And then all I'll do is click on that and see this link right here. It's got a broken link, unlink, or link. All I got to do is put the URL link in there. You see that, Kenny? It's just this in this little HTML editor right here. You link it or unlink it, whatever you want to do to it. This was a hailstone in Oklahoma City, right there, if you can see that. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'll take one more. I said one more question a while ago. We'll take one more question. No. Now, you may be able to in Fireworks and put the HTML code in there, because you can set up hotspots. You're talking about hotspots. You can set up hotspots in Fireworks and then download the code, and you could probably put it in there. I've never done that, but it's HTML code, so there's no reason that wouldn't work. Make sense? I think you can use hotspots in Photoshop too. I don't use Photoshop. Yeah, image, and well, in Fireworks it's called, you just put a hotspot on there, but that's what it is. And Fireworks will do it for you. I mean, all you got to do is put the link in there and it generates the code and everything. With the click of a button. And no, I am not going to do fireworks training. Anybody else? Anybody else? That's a great question. All great questions tonight, guys. All great questions. All right. Well, if that's it, trying to think about thinking, but nothing happens. That happens to me all the time. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And thank you, Armando. It's great to see everybody. We had a great crowd tonight, man. I love these trainings like this because there's always a question. Please, 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 even if you did not ask a question, I want you to think of a question when you get off here and email it to Kerry, K-E-R-R-Y, Kerry, K-E-R-R-Y, and Kenny just spelled it correctly, at instantappwizard.com. And I want you to put your questions and or what you would like to see in the system, okay? I've got a special guest coming on next week who is absolutely building a booming business in Colorado. And do not miss next week's training. And that's what it's going to be on, him how to build his business. You can't. Let me say something about the PayPal system. Be careful what you use that for. Yeah, muchas gracias, amigo. Stores with small items, maybe use it. Stores with multiple major product items. Restaurants, I don't know if I would use it for restaurants. I mean, you're talking taxes, anything that's taxable, you got to build in. You got to be careful. Got to be careful. I'm gonna tell you what that little system's good for. Yeah, it does. It does. It shows up with menu functions and product functions. That app, to me, this is what it's good for. If you have a the whole thing that even brought that about was somebody wanted that for a flea market. That makes sense. And they sold the crap out of them at flea markets. A bunch of them at flea markets. Because people could literally go in and see what they had for on Saturday, and bam, buy it before they ever got there, and they'd set it back, and they would have their name on it, and it was paid for. Any other questions? So what, Mohammed? Yes, you can do multiple ordering items. I'm just telling you, you've got to build in all the taxes and all that stuff. Be careful if you go to a large place like that to use that PayPal system. It's a very, very simple shopping cart system. Very simple. Okay? Taxes, tips, and all that stuff, it's not a part of it. So you have to really watch what you're doing. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. I hope everybody likes our new format of training. I personally love it. So I personally love it. We stick to what we're going to talk about, and we don't move all over the place. Any other buddy? Awesome, man. Hey, I love it too, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Wednesday nights is my dream night. I literally, I'm telling you, I left last night from West Palm Beach at 7 o'clock, so I would be here for training tonight and didn't have to sit in a hotel and do it. I drove straight through 22 hours to be here for training tonight. That's how important training is to me. Yep, that's how important training is to me. And I woke up yesterday morning at about 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I've not been to bed since 7 o'clock yesterday morning. But that's how important training is to me. So, okay, guys, I love you, each and every single one of you. I just appreciate you so much for coming out. Everybody, great way to lose weight. That's absolutely right. Thank you, thank you. Put your comments and questions, Kerry at instantappwizard.com, Kerry, Kerry, at instantappwizard.com, and I expect to see those emails on my desk in the morning. Shoot, man, I got videos to make after I get off here, dude. I ain't got time for sleep. You know what happens to people that sleep? They go broke. Okay, buddy. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, miss out on life. That's right. God bless, man. Good night, and I will see you guys next Wednesday right here at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Actually, it's Central Daylight Time now. So, but y'all have a great night. It's good to see everybody.